Hey guys, welcome back to Compatibility Reviews. I'm TJ, and what we're taking a look at is Fansproject's Trianix Alpha, the Three Kings. We've got Malix, Balthazar, and Casper. Names might be recognizable. Bible followers or readers. Three kings from the Bible, so three wise men. There we go. Taking a look at Balthazar there. Let's put them in the appropriate cars. Here's Malix. And I like how there's not pegging into place and things like that when it comes to the vehicle placement. They just sit in nice, firm. They feel good while they're in there. Taking a look at Casper. And I really like his best. Kind of reminds me of a afterburner type thing from Transformers to Computron combiner. Pretty neat stuff. And I like how his legs fit in. And you have the cod piece there that goes over them, kind of like a go-kart. Those are the three. Outside of the motorcycle, none of them have rotating wheels. Taking a look. And I do like the colors. Red, blue, yellow. This is a tribute to Dia battles from the Diaclone toy series, which Transformers was derived from. These particular vehicles, there's not too much that I could attribute them to in terms of real-life vehicles off the top of my head. I'm sure there might be some that look just like them, but not to my knowledge. And I do like the vehicles all fit. Now, this is a production sample here. I have no idea if these colors are going to be final. I can see these maybe having some more details at very least, but the base of it at least looks pretty good. Good look at these vehicles all around. Get them all together in a group. Remember to check out the kumastyle.com review after this, Pictorial and all that. This is just the Three Kings next to Osmi there. Just showing that these are all the same size. The Solarons are all cross-compatible. We'll look at that a little bit later. Now we're going to actually get this guy transformed. Normally I don't transform production samples and things like that because I don't have instructions, but this one's pretty easy. The Solaron transformation, it's universal throughout all of these Warbot ones. So Revolver Core, Riftshot Core, Recoiler Core, and now these three, they all have the exact same transformation. They're all interchangeable with each other and this and that. It's pretty cool. I like how they have that system set up. It almost makes me wish all of them had the Solaron Breastmasters. Well, they're not really breastmasters. Sometimes they go in the back. On this one, they go in the shoulders and things like that. So they got all kinds of placement. But, yeah. Just call them Solarons. You see, that's relatively quick. Alright. And during the filming of this, I did drop that off the floor. It slid right off of that table. Shiny surface. Pretty glossy. We're just going ahead and getting the gun put together first. I like how all three of them have parts for his main weapon. That's pretty cool. It's little stuff like that. And overall, in terms of design, even little transformation tricks and this and that, it feels like this one is very much so a culmination of everything that this designer has been working towards and evolving with throughout this Warbot and even the Parallax series, because I think those designs are very similar. I don't know if they were the exact same designer or not, but they do share a lot of things stylistically. And storyline wise, from what I've heard, this guy is supposed to be a pretty big dog, so one of the lead characters, or three of the lead characters since they all form them. For those unfamiliar, those Solarons are actually the sentient bots. These vehicles and Alpha Trianix himself, He's actually just a carrier, so he's an exosuit to him, if you will. Which is pretty neat, because since the Solarons are compatible with each other and this and that, it's almost the equivalent of saying, hey, let me borrow the keys to your car, and them just popping inside of a chest. And from the outside, it looks like they are a completely different robot or anything like that, but their personalities will remain the same and this and that. Just getting these legs ready. And it's nice. Everything's just a couple of flips, and definitely not my first Transformer level, but definitely not something that's going to be a turn off. Yeah, it snaps in similar to those Energon combiner pegs. And one thing I do have to point out here, with this bot, obviously it's a part former in the sense of being a combiner, but each of these pieces is insular. So there's not, on the arm section, you've got to take this part off and it becomes the forearm and this and that. No, they each become their own separate part of the robot, and these three sections combine to make one thing. It's cool. Now this part pegs in and then slides down, so you gotta find that sweet spot. The squares are exact. Once you got that down, those shoulders, there are just two pegs there. One thing I don't show in this bit of the transformation, the head, it has another hinge. You see that big bulge under his head? That just needs to be flipped back, if you will. And when we go to the next section, you'll see how it looks when it's right. Now we're just getting the Solarons attached. I don't know the official method for where they're supposed to go. I go in order: Casper on the right shoulder of his, Balthazar as the chest, and then Malix as the left shoulder, because that's how it was done in the promo art. So, not knowing the story and this and that, I don't know what's official, what's not, but looks good. I actually like Malix, the blue guy, as the middle chest the best. Just seems to offset the colors a bit more. If you look at the kumastyle.com pictorial review, I actually took a picture with Osmi, the red Solaron. It's an FP Core exclusive, in its chest, and to me that just looks fantastic. The red on red really works right there. And speaking of FP Core exclusives, this is sold exclusively, as you can see in the corner of this video, on fpcore.com. So get it while it's hot. It's supposed to release early March 2016, or scratch that, late March 2016. But there we go, got it all transformed, and you can see now what I meant with that neck thing. But we've got all four robots. I'm missing a Salter in this piece, but they're side by side. He comes to about 8 inches. The reason I didn't include a Salter in this scenario right here, one, it's a bit much for my shooting area, and two, he's so similar to Trianix Alpha size that it really seemed redundant. I wanted to show some scale there. But we do have a good group shot, kumastyle.com. And now I'm just showing off the cross compatibility. And that's steel core right there. He is the original character. That's not homaging anything from this Warbot series. And to me, up until Trianix Alpha here, he's been my favorite one. Just an excellent figure. Get him if you can. You can see they both look good. It's pretty cool. And now we get to show off Trianix Alpha himself. It's all combined and pretty. Like I said, 8 inches head to toe. And I love the weapon storage on back too. It looks good. Just a roundabout there. Now we're just gonna remove the weapon. Going over the posability, standard ball jointed head doesn't look up much, but has downward. Shoulders swing in and out. They are ratchets, but they're tight ratchets, smaller ones, so it doesn't hinder movement too much. You see the double jointed elbows there. His hands, he's got the 4 fingers that do move together there. Rotating wrist, and of course bicep swivel, full waist swivel. Now the thighs, in and out, front and back, they do ratchet both ways, but again, small ratchets. Not double jointed knees, but good bend. Nice ankle tilt there, or front foot tilt. Give them some balance, as well as movement in the front of the foot, back and forth. Now just flipping the handle down on that weapon, it's as simple as flipping it down. Now it does have a groove in the handle, so that slides into the palm, pegs in. Get him into a nice little pose there. Cheat a little bit. Unpeg that shoulder there. Give him some added movement, but there you go. Final thoughts on Trianix Alpha. Like I said, this is a great culmination of everything that's been worked towards with the Warbot line. Look forward to seeing this toy finish, as well as where the storyline goes to. Heard some crazy stuff's going to happen. Again, fpcore.com is where you order it. Check out my pictorial review as well on kumastyle.com. And I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think. And of course, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Pretty pictures, Kuma_photos. Like us on Facebook. It's as simple as going up to the search bar and typing Kuma Style. Again, I'll see you next time.